Hello beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Roslyn. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I decorate for fall. Let's get started. Fall is definitely one of my favorite times of the year because of all the decadent spices and flavors. I love the maple and pecan coffee and also the pumpkin and spice coffee. I also buy a lot of different types of vegetables that I normally don't buy during the summer. One of them being the pumpkin puree, and I make face masks and a lot of different things with this pumpkin. I was super excited to get out and start doing some shopping. First place I hit was definitely Michael's, and they had a good variety of items with a lot of different colors. And this year I wanted to kind of do my fall decorating with a twist. I wanted to incorporate some of the pieces that I have along with some newer pieces. I also visited Big Lots, and they actually had a good variety as well. I did want to stay with the more traditional colors and then just add a little bit of pop of color. So I visited the dollar store, and surprisingly they had some really neat items, more traditional. Picked up a couple of things, and then I headed back to Michael's, and I decided to go with kind of the softer colors of fall, and this wreath was my inspiration. I got home, looked at everything that I bought, and looked at some of the pieces that I currently have just to kind of figure out how I can piece these together and make them, look really good in the space. I bought some stuff from Hobby Lobby last year that I did not use, so I definitely wanted to try to sneak those in. But my entire inspiration was basically on this particular wreath. I love that you have some of those fall colors, but you also have kind of like a dusty rose, a light pink, a white. The leaves are kind of withering, but they're not the traditional brown. So I really wanted to kind of play around with this and infuse a little color with it. So the first thing that I need to do is give my house a really good cleaning before I start decorating. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. While I was cleaning, I realized that I did not get any flowers for the outside of my house, and I definitely always do something simple on the porch. So I ran out to Lowe's to get some fresh flowers. Lowe's had a lot of flowers, but I was kind of looking for some flowers that would match the wreath. I didn't realize that Lowe's had such a wide variety of the little pots for your plants. So as I was looking around, I really didn't see what I wanted on the main aisle. But then as I continued to look, I saw some interesting ones that I thought that would, work perfectly. But I wanted them to be a little more simpler than that. So I saw another aisle, and I briefly glanced at those. Through those, I saw another aisle, and so I decided to go over to the next aisle. And once I got to the next aisle, I actually saw exactly what I was looking for. I couldn't decide between the lighter shade and the darker shade. I know on that wreath there was some brown areas, but I wasn't sure if they were light brown or kind of like the caramel brown, but I decided to go with the light brown. Figured I could bring them back at home, and I looked at it and I was like, perfect. I picked the perfect ones to to match it. So all I have to do now is just repot these plants and then get started on the inside. So what I need to do is basically pull everything out that I've purchased, and also some of the stuff that I purchased previously, and I just need to figure out what I'm going to use and how everything's going to be set up. So I'm just going to briefly pull everything out just to see what I have and what I want to use, and then I am going to get started. All right, so now I have everything out and I have a plan of action on how I want to lay things out and where I want to put things. I am going to go ahead and get started. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.